Hey, everybody. How to get into cybersecurity. It's going to be the session today. We're going to be going live both on YouTube and TikTok. So give me one moment. Make sure that we are live everywhere. Getting everything set up here for everyone. Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing? It's been a while. I've been here. Hopefully, you all are doing great. Ah, Hopefully, can you guys hear me? Let me test the mic first because we are live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Can everyone hear me from TikTok? Well, can you hear me from YouTube? Let's get started with what we're going doing here. How are you all doing? We're going to be talking about cybersecurity, how to get into cybersecurity, what exactly you need to get started. Because of course, a lot of people always ask about these things. So we got to figure out how that is. For those who are just joining in, welcome in. Let's start contributing, guys. Start double tapping your screen, sharing the live so we can have more people in here and actually get things started. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I will be coming to questions very soon here. So I'm going to give it a second for people to double tap their screen and share the live here. Making sure all of the settings are looking good. Hey, can you guys hear me from TikTok? Please confirm me in the chat. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me loud and clear. If there are any issues with my audio, please let me know. We need to make sure everything is working just fine. Okay, great. Timey on TikTok can hear me really well. How about on YouTube? If you are live on YouTube, please let me know if you can hear me well. Let's double check the YouTube here. I'm sure we got everything set up for our YouTubers. We're gonna go fire tonight. As always, answering some of the most common questions. We're gonna go through my roadmap into cybersecurity. So if you're currently doubting how to get into cyber, you are at the right place. Stick around. If you have questions, stick around. We're gonna go through those questions as well. It's very, very hard to get me on live. So if you got me today, count yourself lucky. I don't usually do a lot of lives. I have to do more though. I have to. I don't know what's wrong with me, but you all, I'm trying to be here all the time, but I am extremely busy, but we try to get it done for you guys. We're gonna help as many people as we can. Hey Priska, how are you? Making sure the live is ready. You all just give me one moment. Let's double tap the screen, guys. Okay, hearing myself out. I'm gonna pause this to make sure we can see everything. Again, I will need someone from YouTube to confirm that they can hear me loud and clear. I already confirmed on TikTok that we're good, so that's great. Okay. So now let's get started, I guess, right? So for those who don't know me yet, let me introduce myself officially, right? My name is Gladys Aji. I am a cybersecurity career coach and incident responder. Proud to be one. I currently work in cybersecurity, been here for 8 years now. I help people get started in cybersecurity. That's what means I am a coach. So if you're a beginner, if you're looking at cybersecurity, if you're thinking to get in, if you don't know what it takes to get in, stick around. We're going to go through all of that today. So I've been doing this for years, so it's pretty much routine for now. If you have any questions, guys, feel free, any questions at all, feel free to drop them in the comment section down there. We're going to go through those questions and get you sorted out. If you've ever wondered how it looks like to get into this field, we got you covered. So we're going to get started with the roadmap. roadmap into cybersecurity. That's the first thing we're going to do. And then we're going to get into answering your questions. So if you have any questions, pop them in the chat there and I'll get to them. Um, Again, let's confirm real quick. Can everyone hear me loud and clear? Because this is a live broadcasted both on TikTok and YouTube. I need to make sure that it is working just fine and I'm just not just speaking to myself. Please confirm for me in the comments if you can hear me well. Do you hear any bad sound or maybe talking to myself? Okay, everyone can hear me well. That's perfect. All right, so roadmap into cybersecurity. What is it that you need to know? Hey, Arif, good to have you on the club, man. Welcome in. We are going to have fun here together. So roadmap into cybersecurity, right? What should you do in order to get into cyber? Pay attention to this first step because this first step is the very, very most important one. The first step is what is going to determine everything for you. Thank you, Lee. Good to see you on the fan club. Good to have you. So in terms of that first step, right? A lot of people underestimate this step, but it's very, very important. It is an important step. So I don't want anyone to skip that step. This step is actually deciding your why. So you need to be able to decide, why am I here? If you don't know the reason why you are here, you are going to have a lot of issues. Let me tell you why. The reason why you are trying to get into cybersecurity is what will keep you going all the time, no matter where you are, no matter what stage of your career you are in. That why is what will keep you going. For me, when I decided to get into cyber, my why was my family. I wanted to make sure I changed my family's future. That was my why. I couldn't afford staying at the level where I was at the time. So I needed to do something different to make sure my family is situated and that my children don't ever have to worry about anything. So you take the time to sit with yourself and decide, why am I here? Why do I want to get into cybersecurity? That is literally the first thing. If you can't figure that out, then you got a lot to figure out. So I want you to take that step to make sure that you actually know what you want and why you are here. Some people have reasons like they just know a friend who is in tech and so they just admire tech. That's not enough reason. If that's your reason, you just see someone doing it and you want to do it too, it's not enough reason. Okay. If you are here and you're just thinking, oh, tech might be cool, these people are just the smartest people in the world. That's why I want to be there too. That's not enough reason to. I know a lot of people who think that people in cybersecurity are smart. It's actually not true. We are not the smartest. So I'm going to tell you that right away. Don't think that we're here because we're smart. No, that's not true. So I need you to figure out your why. Maybe your why is because you actually want to just travel the world. Maybe you enjoy the money part of it. You want to make six figures. Maybe it's because you want to make sure your family is okay in the future and they never have to suffer for anything. There's so many reasons why you might want to get into cybersecurity. So it's all about figuring out your why and not trying to do because you saw someone else doing it. So once you have that reason, that will keep you going for the long time. So even when things are tough, you are always going to remember this reason. A lot of people underestimate this reason, but please make sure you have something. If you don't have a why, it's going to be harder for you than you think. For me, it's my family and make the cyberspace such internet safe. Okay. Yeah, that's a good reason. Good reason, of course, your family, and then you want to make the internet safe. Great goals, because of course there are a lot of bad things happening on the internet. So if that's one of your goals, yeah, I encourage you to do that. You have great goals. So that's first step. Once you figured out your why, then you want to move on to the next step. Your next step in this approach of my roadmap should be to be able to figure out your background. So you need to actually sit and ask yourself, what is my background? Do I have a tech background or not? This is the step. Thank you guys for everyone who's sharing, liking, and contributing in the live. I appreciate you. I know a lot of people who come to people's lives and they don't do anything, right? No matter what you do them, even if you give them the world, they are not gonna like, they're not gonna comment, they're not gonna share, they're not gonna do anything. So I really appreciate the people that I get here because I know that they value the content that I put out, they value what I do. So just know that I'm not taking this for granted. So thank you for double tapping your screen, for sharing. Whatever way you're contributing, just know that I see you. I appreciate you for all you do. I'm not even trying to take it for granted here. So again, in terms of figuring out what's my background, right? What is best for me? What did I do in the past? That will help for the future. Oh, thank you, Timmy. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Um, so figuring out what's my background or what do I do right now on my job? What is my job role? And when I talk about your job role, a lot of people mistake this for your job title. Remember, your job role is not your job title. A lot of people have a job title, but what they actually do at work is not even that title. You might have a title as a system administrator, but what you actually do is not that. Thank you, TK. Thank you for the rose. So you might have like a system administrator title, but what you actually do at work every day is like a help desk role, or is kind of like a customer service role. You are actually really doing customer service. So I need you to consider your role, not your title, because a lot of people come to me and when I talk to them they say I'm in help desk support, and when you start asking me the further questions, okay, what do you do in this role every day, the things that they tell you is actually customer service. It's not really help desk. They are not really troubleshooting stuff. So you have to really think about a role versus a job title, and I want you to consider your role, not your job title. So keep that in mind. In your role, what are you looking for? You're looking for, like, what am I doing right now? Is it anything related to tech? Do I do anything that's related to IT at all? Thank you, Dimanu. Good to have you. So, is it anything in tech that I do? Is anything related at all? Like, you're looking for anything. It's not just, you don't have to know everything in tech. You just need to know a couple of things. Am I doing any troubleshooting at my current job? Am I understanding systems? Am I doing, like, whatever you're doing that could be related to tech is what you're looking for, because you don't need to know everything. And this is a big mistake that people think they need to know a lot to get into cybersecurity. No, you don't need to know everything. Just figure out what type of your current role goes into cybersecurity, what part of it goes into tech. If you're able to figure that out, great. If not, then you got to go to something like ChatGPT and figure out what that could be for you. Okay. Again, right now, let's double check with everyone that we are in a good foot here. Before we do that, keep in mind that the importance of community is key when you're trying to get into cybersecurity, right? That is why I actually created this community, to make sure that people have the ability to get into the field or to even talk to other people. When I started, I was all alone. I didn't have the opportunity to have other people. So this community is created so you all can interact with each other. So in terms of getting into cybersecurity, if your goal is to get there, then yes, we have all of the resources for you to begin with. So first step I need you to take is actually joining the community. So again, just like it says here, link in my bio, you are going to see the link all the way on the top of my profile. So if you go to my profile, you click on my name, it should be on the left side, I think. When you click on my name, it's going to take you to my profile. Thank you, Franco. Good to have you on the club there. My profile will show you it's going to show you a link right there on my profile. And then with that link, you'll be able to join the community. It is completely free to join the community. You do not have to pay anything to be in the community. So don't let anyone fool you otherwise. So once you get to that link, you will be able to join the community for free. There is no reason why you need to pay anyone to join. For now, it's free. I don't know about the future, but for now, it's completely free to join the community. And it's for those who are serious. If you're serious in getting into cybersecurity, if you're not serious, please do not go into the community. That's the only requirement. Just be serious about it. If you're not there yet, don't worry about joining. It's for those who are serious in making that step. If that's you, feel free to join the community. It's completely open. It's going to contain all of the resources that we're going to talk about next. That's why I need you guys to join first. So, first of all, let's make sure that we give it a couple of seconds for people to join. So, if you're here and you're new, go ahead and click on the link in my profile, fill in your application to join the community, and then we'll be right back with the next steps, because the next step that I'll be talking about involves the resources in the community, which will be free for you to get started again. So it's just a way for me to have people get started for free, even if they don't have the money to afford for my services. So at this point, I would like to give a couple of minutes, for people to go back to the profile and fill in their application. One thing I would say is just make sure that your application looks good. Please fill in a good application. If your application does not look good, you will not be accepted in the community. And by good, I mean don't go and put like fake responses there or responses that don't exist. There's only three questions that you have to answer to join the community. Once you answer those three questions, you're going to receive an email to tell you if you were approved or not. So let's give it a couple of minutes for those who want to fill in their application. Those who are staying here, feel free to start putting your questions in the chat, and I'm going to answer them after the roadmap. So that was step one of the roadmap. We're going to come back for step two, okay? All right, guys. All right, a lot of you are back. Welcome back. So, if you filled in your application to join the community, just know that you are in good hands. You will be in good shape. By the end of today, you are going to know if you were approved or not. You will receive an email. If you get rejected, if you receive an email that you got rejected from the community, it's not a problem. It simply means that your application was not good enough. So what I need you to do is just come back to my TikTok profile here and try again. Okay? Just try again for your second chance. If you don't succeed on the second time, that is it, guys. We only give two chances for people to try. If after that you don't succeed, you're pretty much gone, right? So that's just how it works. Um, thank you, Leap. Thank you. I appreciate that gift from you. All right. So let's move on to the next step in the roadmap. We talked about figuring out your why, figuring out what's your background and what do you have to offer right now. And then our next step was to go ahead and join the community. After that, after joining the community, right, let's move on to what do you actually need to get into this field. We are going to assume that you don't have any experience in cyber because most people don't have any tech background. So we're going to take that assumption. If you have a tech background already, if your current job involves doing some type of tech, then your next step will be different. Okay. So we're going to assume that you don't have a tech background, you've not done anything related to tech. So what should you do next? Your next step here is going to be to go ahead and make sure you understand the basics of IT and networking. Maybe you don't even know what's IT and networking. Again, your AI software can help you with that, but it's basically understanding how computers work, how machines talk to each other, and networking is how the internet works. So as we are speaking on this call, on this live right now, what is going on in the background? How are we able to do this? Is this some type of magic or what? When you go to your browser and you type in like Amazon.com or you type in YouTube, why do you see these things that you're seeing? What is happening in the background, right? That is the part that I need you to understand. So it's not magic. Something has to happen in the background for you to see these things, right? That's why we talk about being able to understand IT and networking. And you can really do these things quickly on YouTube or some type of place like that. It's just that there's going to be a lot of videos and it can be confusing. But again, that is why I said you need to join the community, because inside of the community, you are going to have these entry level resources to understand the basics of tech and networking. They are going to be free in the community for you to get started with that. Okay. So that's your first step. Once you've done that, then now you're ready for the next step. The next step I would advise here is to go ahead and study and pass your CompTIA Security Plus. The CompTIA Security Plus is an entry level cybersecurity certification, very, very entry level. So that's the one that I advise everyone pass. If you can't pass that one, if you don't have anything, it's fine. I've personally worked with people that don't have any certification. It's not the end of the world, but just know that if you don't have any certifications, it's just going to take you more time to pass, okay, to get the job. It's just going to take you a longer time. So in order to avoid getting a longer time or just wasting time around, it's better you get your certification and then you move forward with the training. Okay. So we talked about getting those basics of the IT and networking, and then moving on to the CompTIA Security Plus. The CompTIA Security Plus is the most important thing, is the most important certification you're going to need. Right now in the industry is the biggest that sells. Maybe in the future it's going to change, because that's how tech is. Tech changes all the time. If it changes in the future, all right, but for now, the Security Plus is the biggest selling certification. Almost all job descriptions are asking for that. So you want to get that. So that's pretty much your next step. Okay. Now let me check some questions here, because we pretty much went through step 1 and 2 and done. Let's see. I started my course 3 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Um, what course did you start? Not sure if you're still here. You were the first person, but you started your course 3 weeks ago. That's interesting. I'd like to know what course was that. Um, Hi, I would like to get into GRC in the US. When you say get into GRC in the US, do you mean you are currently not in the US? Like, where are you right now? Are you outside and you're trying to get into the US, or what's your situation? It will be good to know that before I answer. Um, for me, it's family and cyberspace. Yeah, we talked about that. I have a background in ethical hacking. I am enthusiastic about how things work. Okay. So you're enthusiastic about how things work. Is it in the cyberspace in general? Like, if you have a background in ethical hacking, okay, are you trying to get into cybersecurity now? Like, do you want to switch into like a more entry level role, or do you want to stick with the ethical hacking? Like, what are you looking for? Because if you want to stick with the ethical hacking, then that will be a different route that you need to take from everyone else in terms of the hands-on training that you're going to need. But for beginners, you might want to start with a SOC analyst role. So not sure where your eyes are currently at. Like, what are you looking for right now? Hopefully that gives you a quick roadmap, but you later on you have to decide what you want to do in cybersecurity, you know? So let me know what that looks like for you right now. I have I have been self-taught in ethical hacking for over 10 years. Hmm, interesting. Self-taught for 10 years? Wow, that is wild though. Um, So you've been self-taught for 10 years. That's a long time. Why 10 years though? That's what I'm still trying to figure out in my head. Like, why up to 10 years? What happened? 10 years is a long, long time to teach yourself. I was self-taught as well when I started, but 10 years? No, that's crazy. I guess you're doing it like just on the side, maybe once a month or something like that. I don't know. Um, but are you serious right now in doing that? So what's your goal now? Let me see. I just joined the community but haven't completed my profile yet. Yeah, you can always complete your profile anytime. There's no problem with that. As long as your application looks good, you will be fine. You are going to be approved in the community. If you're doing some type of like spammy application, that's when you will not be approved because whenever you do something for free, it always attracts the good and the wrong people, the good and the bad people. So bad people are going to be there trying to do the wrong thing. So we are very, very careful with who we let into our community. So as long as you look real like a human, you'll be fine. Please, how can we boost our resume? Queen, okay, how can you boost your resume? In terms of what, Queen? What are you trying to do with your resume? Are you currently applying for jobs in the cyberspace? Or like what is your current goal? What do you do? I need to understand that before I move forward with how you can boost your resume. Yeah. What about OSCP? Uh, OSCP is great. I've heard a lot of good things about the OSCP certification. I don't have that personally, obviously, because I'm not on the red team side. But OSCP is a good cert. A lot of people have compared it to the CEH, and people say that the CEH is crap, like, it's not good. So the OSCP is kind of the go-to right now for red teamers. So I would say, yeah, definitely, if you're interested in the red teaming side, the OSCP should be a great certification that you should be looking at. Yeah, it would give you a lot of hands-on experience. Yeah. I want to do security analyst, but I don't know any knowledge about it. Hmm. Let me come back to that. Queen said yes, a job. So, Queen, if you're looking for a job in the cyberspace and you want to know how to optimize your resume, it's actually not that hard the way people think. All you have to think of is think about the things that you have done. Think about the labs that you have done, the home labs, the hands-on training. That's what you should be having on your resume. If you don't currently have any labs, then it's going to be very hard for you, honestly. So it's all about having some labs that you have done. And then those labs, you will use that to document in your portfolio and in your resume. So essentially, your resume will contain a lot of the tools that you have used. It's all about tools and being able to showcase how you did them. So let's take an example. Maybe you did a project in maybe your one of your project was building a SOC workflow or building a whole SOC lab, right? Then you can document that, and then inside of your resume, it will be documenting the tools that you use to build that SOC flow. Maybe you built a whole Microsoft Azure environment. Maybe you added some SIEM tools to it. You added an IPS IDS tool. So all of the tools that you added inside of your lab or whatever you did, you just have to be able to describe that project. That's how you do it as an entry level person. So if you are currently doing your resume without adding skills and real tools in the cyberspace, then you're not going to get interviews. That's not a good resume. So to boost your resume, make sure that it has the right tools and it actually speaks to who you are as a person and what you have done, because hiring managers wants to see that you're doing something. You don't have to know everything. They just want to know that you're doing something right now. Okay. Hopefully that helps you. It's really hard to explain resumes until you work with the person and figure out what they need. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let's come back to your question, Lynn. I want to do security analysis, but I don't know any knowledge about it. So you want to do security analyst. I would assume you're trying to say you want to get a cybersecurity analyst role. You're welcome, Queen. You're welcome. If you have more questions, feel free to ask. Um, by the way, maybe it's time to reintroduce myself. So, for those who might have joined late, if you joined late and you don't know me, let me introduce myself again. Because I know the TikTok live can be really, really fast. My name is Gladys Aji. I am a cybersecurity career coach. I also work in cybersecurity right now myself. I do incident response at my job. And if you don't know what incident response is kind of like a firefighter. So you come to remediate, you come to find out what happened. Like if you're a firefighter, you come to turn off the fire, right? It's the same thing in cybersecurity. You come to investigate what happened, the who, the what, the where, and then help the company out with doing better next time. That's kind of what incident response look like. But there are a lot of other things that you can do in the cybersecurity space. That's not the only thing, okay? So that's kind of a little bit about me. And, I'm just here to help people succeed in cybersecurity. So if you have your questions, feel free to pop them in the chat there and I'll just go through them. We kind of went through part 1 and 2 of the roadmap. We are only left with part 3. So let's see what Leo has to say here. Leo wants to know how to get a security analyst role, right? So I'm guessing you're asking about a SOC role. You want to get into a SOC, but you don't know what to do. So we talked about the first 2 steps of the roadmap. I hope you were here to listen to that, to become a SOC analyst. The next step is hands-on training, right? So to become a SOC analyst, you need to understand how to do your own labs yourself. You are not going to wait for a job to give you that. You are going to practice your own labs yourself. That's how you become a SOC analyst. So doing your home labs and then documenting those on your portfolio. What we call a portfolio is really like a GitHub page that you have. You have your GitHub profile, and then while you're working on these labs, you are documenting that on your GitHub profile. That is what it means to have a GitHub portfolio, if that makes sense for all of you. So you're going to document that, and then you're going to be able to showcase that as your skills to try to get into cybersecurity. So hopefully that answers your question, Leo. It's a really broad question, but we went through the roadmap. I hope you were here. Compare an advanced diploma in systems technology networking and a bachelor's in IT cybersecurity. Advanced diploma in systems technology networking and a bachelor's in IT cybersecurity. Compare. Okay. So if I were to compare those two, the first one is literally system technology networking. So it's networking. The second one is cybersecurity, IT cybersecurity. So to compare those, not sure where you want to go with that, but the names literally say them. The networking is networking and the cybersecurity is cybersecurity. These are two very different things that you're trying to compare. So I'm not sure if you're trying to compare them in terms of getting a job or thank you, Missy. Thank you. Good to see you. So not sure if you're trying to compare both of them in terms of getting a job in cybersecurity. Like you need to clarify your question because literally both of them already say what they do, networking and cybersecurity. There's no comparison to be made there. Um, yeah, good to see you, girl. What's up? Let's see. See if there's another question here. I'm new here and I want to get into cybersecurity. I have knowledge about networking. Okay. Um, so that's great. If you already have knowledge about networking, that is perfect. Um, Networking is the very basic thing to get into cybersecurity. That's key. So if you already have that knowledge, that is great for you. I would say you are on the good foot. However, you need to take the next step, right? So if I were to advise you in terms of getting to cybersecurity, we just talked about getting the networking knowledge. So you already have that. So for you, it's going to be moving straight into the CompTIA Security Plus. You are going to go study and pass the CompTIA Security Plus in order to move forward. Now, I don't know where you are located, but when I say study for the Computer Security Plus, this is usually for countries who can afford it, right? Not all countries can afford the Security Plus because it costs $425 to pass that. So not all countries can afford it. But if you can afford it, then that is great to pass it. If you cannot, if you're in a country that cannot afford that, then you might have to do some other tricks. Okay. But yeah, getting your security plus should be the next move for you. Let's see. Talking about the portfolio, can you use the LinkedIn for that? So your LinkedIn is also a great place to document your project and things that you do. However, it does not act as a portfolio. No. Oh wow, it went up. Yes, yes, the security plus. It's crazy. Every single year, the price is going up. Yes, it is super expensive, girl. I'm telling you. So you have to be ready. People have to be ready. It went up. So Queen, your portfolio cannot be just LinkedIn. LinkedIn is great to document what you do in terms of building your personal brand, not really a portfolio. Your portfolio should still be sitting on GitHub. And then LinkedIn should be for building your personal brand. So LinkedIn should be for things like in terms of posting content in on what you do every day, what you are learning, just putting out small screenshots there. But GitHub is more detailed. It's more detailed, describing the step-by-step approach of the project and adding a lot of screenshots and even videos. Why not? I have some of my clients, I have them create real YouTube videos to be able to add to their portfolio because there is no best proof than a video, right? You could tell me I did this, I did this, I did that. You could put it on your portfolio. But if I see you in action, actually doing it on a video, sharing your screen, that's powerful. Like there is a power in video that it's just different. Like the way you speak, you see me speaking right now on this live, right? This is power. You can tell that I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just some BS girl who is just here talking shit, right? You can tell because it's video. But someone is just writing, you can sometimes there's a bit of doubt. They're like, oh, how are we sure, and all that good stuff. But if you see someone on video, then you trust that they are who they say they are. So I have my clients do some videos and put it on their GitHub portfolio. So the difference is that LinkedIn is going to help you build your brand while posting on the things that you do, but it's not necessarily going to serve as a portfolio for you because you can't document a lot of things on LinkedIn. You have to document most of it on your GitHub portfolio. Hopefully that makes sense for you. And for a lot of you who are looking for hands-on training projects, again, a lot of that is available in the community. So you just feel free to join the community. It's completely free to join. Once you are in there, you will also have access to real hands-on training. So if you're missing the hands-on training on documenting your things on your portfolio, that's also a good place to start. You're going to have at least the entry-level stuff that we have built for you in the community. So if you don't know how to join, just go to my profile, just like it says here, link in my bio. So when you click on my profile, I think it's all the way on the top left, I believe. You're going to see my name. Just click on my name and it will take you to my profile. On my profile, you will see a link. There's only one link on my profile, not two. And that link will take you to my community. Once you are there, just make sure you're filling your application the right way. When you're filling your application the right way, you will be good to go. Okay. If your application is not good enough, you will just not be accepted into the community. That's all it is. You will not be accepted in the community. But if you have filled your application in the right way, you will be good to go. Before the end of today, my team will go in there. They will look at applications and they will let you in if you are a good fit. Okay. Good. It's been 10 years since I took it. Yeah, Security Plus crazy right now. I can't believe it. And can you imagine the other day I was checking the website for the Security Plus again while I was doing the class, and the Security Plus now for one trial is $425. But if you want two chances, they'll give you two chances to try the exam to pass the exam, and those two chances, the difference it's like $50. That's kind of weird to me. So they give you the two chances for like 274 for like $474. So one chance 425 and two chances 474. And I'm like, the difference is not much. I don't understand why it's just take the two chances, right? Who even buys the one chance, right? I'm just like so confused about that amount. I was like, why don't you put the two chances at like $600 or so, or $500 even will make a better sense. Like 600 will make sense. Why would you put it at four? It's almost like they want people to pay for two chances, so they give you more chances to pass. Like I don't get the framework. I don't get the idea behind having a $50 difference on something that's already so expensive. But I just think that if anyone is booking their exam, they should book for the two trials. That way, if you fail the first time, you still have a second chance to catch up. I just think it should be that way. But yeah. And for those, if you're preparing for the Security Plus, that is available in the community as well. So you all literally have everything that you need in the community to get started. Like these are the things that I wish I had when I started. I just did not have them. So I think a lot of you are lucky to have those things. Everything that you need to get started is literally in the community there. And then, of course, some of it is paid in my coaching program. So it's not everything that's going to be free. So, like the Security Plus training classes, there are live classes that we have, they are not free. So, the Security Plus training classes is every Monday and Thursday, twice a week. They are not free, those are paid for. So, for those who are studying and want to pass the Security Plus, that's available as well. But keep in mind, it's not free. The community access is free, but the Security Plus training that's live is not free. Um, let's see. I want to do that course, please. What course do you want to do, though? Is it the Security Plus? Mm, what course do you want to do? I would guess you're talking about a Security Plus. If you are talking about the Security Plus, then, like I said, it's available in the community, but it is not free. The classes for the Security Plus are not free, those are paid. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I'm not skipping questions. If I skip your question, guys, please just ask again, okay? Not my fault. Just ask away. You're very welcome, Queen. Hello, I'm a cybersecurity student from Philippines. Oh, okay. Good. Good to see you. Insecure. Okay, from the Philippines. Awesome. How are you doing? I just got accepted for cybersecurity defender learnership in SA. I would assume that's South Africa, I guess. Advice for roadmap. We already went through the roadmap into cybersecurity at this point. We talked about all of the entry level steps. So I would just advise you to join the community, and then inside of my community, you'll get my roadmap from there. My roadmap is free in the community. Just once you're in there, you'll be able to download it right from the community. So that's what I would advise for you now. Or you can come back to my live another day. Unfortunately, I don't have specific days that I come on live. Like my my schedule is messed up, so I'm not stable in terms of coming to lives. If you want to see me on lives, though, it's going to be mostly either mornings or evenings in the US time. So right now it's evening here in the US, or you will see me in the morning. And if you want to know when I go live, you can always set up your notification here on TikTok to know when I am live. I don't have specific times. Wish I did, but yeah, I can't keep up with it. I already signed up. Okay, good for you, Insecure. I will see you on the inside if you already signed up. Yeah. Any other questions from anyone? I think we're pretty much done at this point because we talked about the very entry level side of cybersecurity, what to do. And then all what I was left was really the next step, which is hands-on training, right? Hands-on training is pretty much the only thing that we didn't touch on. But if you're currently have your Security Plus already, then your next step should be hands-on training. How should you get your hands-on training? To get your hands-on training, you have to decide what part of cybersecurity do you want to do, right? What do you want to select? There's over 15 cybersecurity domains. So what is the one that interests you the most? That's what you need to move on with. What is the one that makes the most sense per your background? Do you want to take a lot of time? Do you not have so much time? Like you have to decide a lot of things in terms of making that decision to get into cybersecurity. And once you make that decision of, okay, I've chosen this one and I want to go with it, then that's what determines your next steps. That literally determines what you need to do, what labs you need to learn, and all that good stuff. So yeah, you have an understanding now. Thank you, Glory, for sharing the live. Thanks for supporting other people. That's really nice of you. Any other questions from you guys? I think that's pretty much it. My eyes are hurting. If there are no more questions, we're gonna have to go. Um, but you might see me on live again, maybe tomorrow morning. Who knows? I don't know. I don't have a stable schedule. Oh, tomorrow is Saturday actually, so I might be on live. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, depending on how I wake up, maybe. So again, for those who have not joined the community yet, yeah, you still have time. Go ahead and fill in your application. Again, it's just on the top there. You go to my profile all the way on the top, click on my name on the left side, and it's going to take you to my profile. Once you're on my profile, you'll be able to fill in your application from there. On my profile, you're just going to see a link. There's only one link on my profile. Don't get confused. Once you click on that one link, it should take you to the community. It's completely free to join the community. Just fill in your application and you will be good to go. By the way, let me check some of you who are here waiting. I'm just going to get my team to come and get you guys in as needed. Okay. Okay. See a lot of you on there. Great job. I will see you all on the inside. For those who are already accepted, for those who are still to be accepted in the community, good luck. If you don't get accepted, like I said, just come back to my profile and try again. Try filling your application again. We give you two chances. Two. If you come for a third time, then you are not a good fit. We're not going to accept you. So two chances is all we got for you. Any last questions, guys, before I head out? I'm about to run. I'm ready. Anything I didn't address? Thank you, Missy. Thank you. It's been a while I saw you, girl. Oh man, I guess it's been a while you saw me instead because I'm weird with these lives. I don't know what I'm doing with the lives. Like I'm not consistent enough. Oh, you've been sick. Oh, so sorry to hear that. Oh, man, people are still sick these days. I thought the flu was gone. What's up with that? Is it free or SaaS? Yes, the community is completely free to access, Mr. or Mrs. Ulsis. Yes, the community is free to access, to join. Missy, you've been sick. I did not know that. Okay, I'm glad you're doing better. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on out there, man. Okay, I think I'm good to go. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you all for joining tonight. Thanks for having some time with me. I'll see you all some other time. If you have not followed me yet, make sure you follow. Actually, let's give it a minute. I'll give it a minute for people who haven't followed yet to go ahead and follow me before we head out because when I'm gone, right? TikTok doesn't care. So I'm gonna give you guys a minute to follow before we step out. Do you train penetration tests? No, I do not train pen testers. Not, I'm a career coach, not penetration testing, unfortunately. Can I get into cybersecurity as a student in MIS? Yeah, of course. Yes, you can. That's what you're doing, right? You can anytime. Yes, Ostas, I don't specialize in penetration testing. We do have some people in my community who do penetration testing though. So you might want to relate with them in the community because it's free. So a lot of people join and be there to learn with each other. But that's not something that I specialize in. How can we boost to become a good pen tester? To become a good pen tester, you need to do a lot. It's harder to get into pen testing than anything. So you just got to put a lot of efforts. You're going to have to do a lot of labs, like a lot of labs. It's not just the basic things that you see in the stock space and stuff. So you need to be a good researcher, being able to do your own stuff, come up with different projects and do them and upload on your portfolio. How to join. Again, I'm going to explain for the last time before we head out. To join the community, you need to click on the link in my bio, like it says here. So you need to go to my name all the way on the top. On my name, you are going to see, once you click on my name, you're going to see a link. There's only one link on my profile. This link will let you click on it and get to the community. Once you get to the community, you're going to click on join. It's completely free. It should not ask you to pay anything. So don't get fooled by anyone out there. I'm not responsible for anything. It's completely free to join. Once you get to the link, just filling the application is going to ask you 3 questions. You fill in those 3 questions honestly, and then you're good to go. That's it. All you do is just wait. In a couple of hours, like before tomorrow, you're going to know if you were approved in the community or not. If you don't get approved, if you get rejected, just come back to my profile here and try again for a second chance. We're going to give you 2 chances. If you still don't get approved for the second time, then that means you are not a good fit. That means your application is not good enough. We don't think you are serious to get into cybersecurity. That's what it is. Hopefully that helps for you. That's how you join. Do I train SOC? Yes, SOC analysis is what we specialize in the most. Yes, to become a SOC analyst. We do have some people in the GRC space as well, but yeah, mostly SOC analysts. You're welcome. Take course on ethical hacking. Yeah, you can take courses on ethical hacking. It's going to show you a few things, but I believe you have to be a really good researcher and be able to figure things out on your own. Like penetration testing is not for everyone. It is tougher than people think out there. Yeah. All right, guys. What is it about? What is what about? What is this about? Okay, this is about getting into cybersecurity, just like you see on the screen. So, how to get into cyber is what we were talking about, and we are pretty much done. So, you came in late, so maybe you should follow, and then you'll come back next time when I come on live again. All right, guys. Thank you all for hopping in. I'll see you all some other time. Have a good night for those over here, and for those in other countries, have a good rest of your day. See you all next time. See you, girl. Thank you. Good night, Franco. See you. I'll see you in the community, man. Bye.